YouTube.
Welcome to ChainNation, my creation, a youth sensation, and your final destination.
Today's video we'll be reacting to every real life cheat code explained in 10 minutes. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to react to next. Let's get it.
The Yes Ladder. You're standing in line at a bookstore, not a big chain, one of those indie spots that smells like secondhand pages and has a cat sleeping in the philosophy section. The kind of place where time slows down. You've been here for 10 minutes, pretending to skim the back of a paperback, but really you're just watching them. The person behind the counter. You want to ask them something. Not small talk, not where's the poetry aisle. You want to ask them out, but asking that directly feels like jumping into a pool without checking the depth. So instead, you open with something small. Hey, can I ask you something? They glance up. Sure. That's one. The first, yes. And here's the thing most people miss. Once someone says yes, even to something meaningless, their brain starts building a rhythm. They're more likely to say yes again. It's not magic. It's psychology, but it feels like magic. You've worked here a while, right? Another smile. Another, yeah. So you probably know most of the people who come in here? Yes. Do you think this place attracts good people? They laugh. Yeah, definitely. And now the final line comes easy, like a button prompt that's finally lit up. Would you want to go get coffee sometime? And when they say yes, it's not just because of you. It's because you walked them there, step by step, through a mental hallway of affirmations. This is called the Yes Ladder. Each yes is a foothold, a warm-up, a line of code that reprograms the conversation in your favor. Salespeople use it, politicians use it, cult leaders use it. Because once someone starts agreeing with you,
That was just random to say. Just cult leaders use it as well. Dang. So wouldn't that be like considered a form of manipulation in a way? Maybe I'm thinking too deep into it. What do you guys think?
it gets harder to break that rhythm. The brain wants to stay consistent, and that consistency, it's a cheat code for persuasion. Cheat code unlocked, plus 20 to persuasion. Power of pause. You're in the middle of a conversation. The words fly back and forth like ping pong. Then someone asks you a question, a sharp one. Everyone looks at you. You feel the urge to fill the silence, to respond instantly, to prove you're quick. But instead, you stop. 2 seconds. Nothing. Just air. And in that short, deliberate silence, everything changes. Their eyes narrow. Their posture shifts. Suddenly, you're not reacting. You're processing. You're not passive. You're calculating. And even if you're just buffering like a human loading screen, to them, you're 10 moves ahead. Psychologists call it the cognitive pause bias. The brain assumes that people who pause before speaking are either smarter, more emotionally in control, or about to say something important. It doesn't matter if you're deciding between 2 sandwich orders or crafting a legal argument. That micro-silence hacks their perception of you. In conflict, it diffuses tension. In interviews, it radiates confidence. In manipulation, it makes you immune. People expect instant reactions, knee-jerk responses. That pause tells them, you're not just playing the game, you're watching the code. So the next time someone puts you on the spot, don't rush. Just pause.
I definitely agree with that part where he's talking about the emotions. A simple pause, you know what I'm saying, has definitely helped me a lot in the past in certain situations. So I guess, work at your own pace, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. Keep it going.
Let them wait. Let the silence do the talking. The mirror technique. You're at a party you almost didn't come to. A friend dragged you out, said it'd be chill, but so far it's just you, a cup of something lukewarm, and a dozen strangers laughing at jokes you weren't there to hear. You spot a group by the couch. Cool, confident, talking fast, all body language and inside jokes. You walk over, cautiously, trying to slide into the atmosphere like static, and that's when you activate it, the mirror technique. You don't force your way in. You observe. One guy leans forward every time he talks. A girl keeps flicking her wrist when she makes a point. Someone ends every sentence with an upward pitch, like they're always asking a question. You mimic it, just barely. You shift your weight when they do. You gesture with your left hand because so do they. Your tone warms when they get animated, softens when they drop low. You don't speak much at first, just enough to echo the rhythm of their conversation. And then it happens. They start turning toward you when they talk. They start including you in the laugh, in the rhythm, in the group. They don't know why they like you, but their brain does. Human beings are wired for tribal recognition. We're built to trust those who move like us, sound like us, breathe like us. It's primal. If you mirror someone, just a little, their brain flags you as safe. It's not mind control. It's not manipulation. It's social camouflage. And it works. Salespeople do it. FBI negotiators do it. Politicians do it behind podiums and smiles. Because when...
So basically all the people that we don't trust, they do this technique. Nah, I'm just kidding, but definitely this is for some reason giving me like some James Bond secret agent kind of a skill set, you know what I'm saying? Because for you to want to, you know what I'm saying? What's that saying? A wolf in sheepskin. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from it. But hey, to each his own, I guess, right?
When done right, mirroring doesn't make people suspicious. It makes them feel understood. Use people's names. You walk into the elevator, third floor, heading down. There's a guy already standing inside, tall, tired, scrolling through his phone. You recognize him. Not well, just enough to know you've seen him before. Maybe in the break room, maybe across meetings. But right now, he glances up, makes brief eye contact, then returns to the soft blue glow in his hand. The doors slide shut. Silence. Most people would leave it there, a polite nod, a casual nothing, but you don't. You tilt your head, smile slightly and say, "Hey Marcus, how's the project going?" The screen in his hand dims, his eyebrows twitch. For a moment, something rewires behind his eyes. "Oh, hey, good, yeah, good." And now you're not a stranger. You're someone with a name, someone who remembers his. The elevator feels less like a box and more like a room. You've both been upgraded to Player 2 status. What just happened? You unlocked a cheat code, and here's how it works. When you say someone's name, their real name, not man or bro or dude, you bypass the social firewall. The brain registers it as an identity ping, a soft recognition signal. It lights up regions of self-perception, trust, and memory. Even if the rest of the conversation is forgettable, their brain logs you differently. This person sees me. This person matters. It's basic, primitive even, but it works. Every time. This isn't manipulation. This is recognition.
So I'm not the only one that feels strange when like certain people or just people in general say your name. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the circumstances, it's like a indescribable. It's not weird, but it's an indescribable feeling. You know what I mean? Well, hey, let's go.
You're not bending anyone's will. You're just proving you're paying attention. And in a world full of people waiting to speak, that alone makes you unforgettable. Dressing one level higher. You're walking into a job interview. White walls, black chairs, the buzz of a dying ceiling light overhead. There's a man at the front desk, half focused on his screen. He glances up at you, then back down, like you're just background noise. But then he sees your shoes. Polished, not just clean, but intentional. His eyes rise. The blazer, the fit, the calm in your walk. He straightens in his seat. Something shifts. You haven't said a word, but the system already registered your presence. You weren't required to wear this. Business casual would have done the job, but you dressed one level higher, not to show off, not to outdo, just enough to signal something subtle but primal. I don't belong here. I'm above this level. People notice. They always notice. When you walk into the interview room, the panelists sit up straighter. The man who was scrolling his phone locks eyes. The woman who looked tired suddenly smiles. They don't know why they trust you more, but they do. Because here's the glitch. Humans are running old software. Our brains associate visual cues with competence. Clothes equals confidence. Fit equals reliability. Texture equals control. You dress like authority, so they feel it, even if they don't realize it, even if you don't realize it. You answer the questions. You talk. But before your words ever hit the air, the room already decided. You're probably capable, probably important, probably leadership material, and all you did was change your skin, like equipping new armor, like in.
I will say, for leadership roles nowadays, you do not need all three of those because there are a lot, and I'm not fat shaming. I'm just saying as it is. I'm keeping it a stack. You were. There's a lot of big, huge people, especially in the fast food business, that are leaders or so-called leaders, management, that are in charge of the, you know what I'm saying? So you don't need to be actually fit to be a good leader in a way. You know what I mean? But right.
Inputting a cheat code, plus 15 to perceived status. The 5-to-1 ratio. You're in the kitchen, late afternoon, spilling across the counter where 2 mugs sit, yours and theirs. There's a plate in the sink, not washed. Again, you say something. Not cruel, not loud, just tired. They reply, short, the kind of reply that leaves a silence behind it. You feel it, and just like that, the room shifts. A glitch? Not really. Just a tiny fracture in the connection, a pixel out of place. But here's the part you don't notice. Your off ratio. There's a number hiding in every relationship, 5-to-1. For every negative interaction, your connection needs 5 positive ones just to stay in balance. A comment, a sigh, a small eye roll, those are deductions. But laughter, a gentle touch, making their coffee the way they like it without being asked, that's currency. This isn't some feel-good theory. It's math. Psychologists like John Gottman spent decades watching couples, measuring what makes some last and others implode. The secret wasn't how well they communicated, it was how well they repaired. Not never fighting, just knowing when to say, thanks for doing that. I love how your voice sounds when you're explaining something. Micro deposits in a shared emotional bank account. Back to the kitchen. You didn't smile when they walked in. Didn't ask about their meeting. You corrected something they said under your breath. No big deal. Until it is. The positive currency moments don't have to be huge. A quick compliment. A shared inside joke, saying thank you even when it's expected. Each one adds a point to the ratio. Cheat code unlocked, plus 25 to relationship XP. The confidence loop. You're standing outside a door. A big one. Clean metal, frosted glass, glowing hallway light pouring from underneath. Behind it, your interview, your audition, your shot. Your stomach's twisting like it's trying to tie itself into a knot. Your palms, damp. Your heartbeat, a full percussion ensemble.
Knees weak, arms are heavy. Let me stop.
Every instinct in your body is screaming the same thing. Turn around, walk away, pretend this never happened. But instead, you straighten your back. You roll your shoulders down and back, your feet plant flat on the ground. And you smile. Not a nervous one, a deliberate one. The kind that says, I've already won. You just don't know it yet. And in that moment, something shifts. They say confidence is a feeling, something you wait for, something you either have or don't. But that's a lie the system feeds you. Because confidence doesn't start in the mind, it starts in the body. When you change your posture, when you slow your speech, when you hold eye contact just a beat longer than feels comfortable, your brain gets confused. It looks at your actions and thinks, wait, if we're standing like this, talking like this, we must already be confident, right? And so it adjusts. Hormones shift, nerves settle, focus sharpens. You didn't wait to feel confident. You acted like it, and the brain followed. The loop works both ways. If you shrink your body, speak softly, break eye contact, your brain rewires itself into a self-doubt script, a loop of hesitation, a countdown to retreat. The game was never about being confident. It was always about tricking the system into thinking you already are. Stand like you're in control, and you will be. Speak like you belong, and you do. Smile like you know something they don't, and suddenly, you do. 90-minute sleep cycles. You close your eyes at midnight. You're exhausted, phone screen still glowing in your peripheral vision. No rituals, no meditations, just darkness. You sleep, but when the
Who sleeps like that? Nah, I hope nobody sleeps like that with their arms crossed like that. Are you dead? Yeah. Sleeps like, nah, do you actually sleep on your back? Nah, that's a crazy one. I don't know how you sleep on your back. That's kind of interesting.
alarm explodes 6 hours later, it feels like someone hit you with a frying pan. You can barely move. Your brain is soup. You check the clock. You got 8 full hours. So why do you feel like you just lost a fight with your pillow? Because you woke up in the middle of a cycle. Sleep isn't just on or off. It's a sequence. Your brain travels through 90-minute cycles. Light sleep, deep sleep, REM, then it starts again, and again, and again. If you wake up mid-cycle, your body's still deep in the code. You're trying to play the game before it's finished loading. That's why you feel like your soul hasn't booted yet. But if you wake up at the end of a 90-minute loop, it's like your body hits save and quit, gracefully. You snap awake, clear, calm, slightly suspicious of how good you feel. Forget 8 hours, try 6, 7.5, or 9.
I'm gonna definitely have to try that one. Chat, what did you guys think about today's video? If you guys liked it, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know down below what you guys want us to react to next.